All right. So it's a request by somebody because some of the students been following my online class, Pali. They find it is too difficult for them. So personally, Sister Chai, she requested me to teach from the very beginning. So I want to make it very basic and I want to make it interesting. So when you see this printout, you see there's many colors, many diagram, many pictures. Because I want to think about like how we learn a language from very young. Like when we learn from our parents or environment, it's actually with colors, with pictures, and so on, right? So we need to go back to very beginning. Okay. So I hope it will be 3 months course, and that's mean that after 3 months, if you all are still keen and any of you want, we will continue with little bit more difficult one. Okay. So it's every Monday. So we just fix it and it will lay down the solid foundation for you to go on to learn basic Pali. Prepare the student to learn sutta. So in this handout, you already see there are suttas and chanting. And if you would really want to go more serious into basic intermediate level, so it's a course for you. And we have two, I say already, free and easy. It's open learning. So if you miss the class, you can go to YouTube and download and listen it. Okay. So you no need to attend if you are not having no time. And you no need to inform me if you are too busy. No, I know you are very busy. So there are no regular attendance, no test needed. But certificate track, you need to pass the final assignment. Either I give you assignment or test, and of course you need good attendance. All right. So in this lesson, we will start with verbs first because verbs is actually for me, I think is easier to learn than now. And you will learn various chanting and you will get the Dharma knowledge. That means that I will try to explain in terms of uh Dharma. And then the reference book I already sent to you. This is a book that follow in my university in Myanmar, International Theravada Buddhist Missionary. So we are using the Pali Made Easy for diploma and BA level. So I find this book is very systematic, very easy to use. And if you want to go for any extra notes, let's say for like present tense or past tense, future tense, you can refer to practical Pali grammar. It's actually a very good book written by he was a French. He was in Yangon about 100 years ago. He was teaching in the Yangon College as a French teaching in Myanmar. It's quite strange. But his book is actually very good, very easy to not to say very easy, but I would say it's very comprehensive. And the next one is a Pali book. It's a pictorial book. I make it for fun, because I was thinking that if I want to teach Pali to children, so I make it with more photos, visual aids, and so on. So I will just take some from this and put in this book. All right, now today on the first class, we will go for more pronunciation. Pali alphabet pronunciation and introduction between for you to know what is Tipitaka and Pali and chanting. So this is only the beginning. So later on the second class, you will learn different kind of tense, like present tense, like in English, he runs, she runs like this. Future tense, like he will run, she will run. In Pali also got future tense. Then there will be objective verb, imperative, and the noun will be masculine. All right. They will be neuter, right? And we will do chanting. So we make it more fun because I believe everybody don't want just study. It's very boring, right? So we will chant and chant. Because of Zoom limitation, so if everybody chant is very noisy, it's not easy. So I will sometimes call few people to chant together, or I will point out the name. I will ask you to unmute, then you can join chanting, or you chant. I want to see whether you chant correctly. All right. So and this is more analysis for one verb. There's prefix, root, suffix. Okay. And then there will be like say they are masculine noun, they are neuter, they are feminine. All right. It's like German language. Pali also had three gender for one noun. Then there will be numbers and so on. All right. So this is coverage. So we will finish just before the Vesak Day. And I will be in Malaysia and Singapore. So if you pass the exam, pass the cert, I will can go give an use certificate in May time because I will be traveling in Malaysia and Singapore. Okay, now we go for the main one, all right? Okay, now I will put the Pali because there will be some people who want to get to know, they are more familiar with the Pali language. So, part A, basic alphabet and sound system, all right? So there are 41 letters in Pali, 33 consonants and 8 vowel. So these are different place of we call articulation or how your sound come out. So this labia is your lip, dental your teeth, and this is you can see down there, guttura and so on. So we go for some basic first, vowel. A vowel in Pali we call Sara. All right. Consonant is called Byanjana. Sara, Bya, Byanjana. 8 vowels. Okay, now I'm going to recite. You all please follow me. No need to open your microphone, okay? So the first sound in Pali, A is a short sound. A. Second sound is a long sound. Ah. A. Ah. Okay, it's a short I. We call it short I. I. E. U. U. E. O. Okay, so I repeat again. A. A. I. E. U. U. A. O. Okay. Now there are three are short. Okay. Now I'll ask you, uh, Thomas. Okay, which one is short sound?
A, I, U.
Okay,
These are
correct.
the three short sounds.
Yes. A, I, U are short sound. Okay, Kuma. Which one is long sound?
A, I, U, E, O.
Yes, correct. Okay. So there are three short, three long. So A, I, U are short sound. Okay. A, I, U are short sound. Long one will be A, I, U, A, O. Okay. So you all need to write down yourself. It's a very basic, but it's very important when you learn chanting. Because sometimes people don't know like this, difference between this one, A with a little bit stroke. So we call it So how do we call it? So this one we call it short A. This one we call it long A. Short I, long I. Short U, long U. So you all write down because next time I say short A, then you know what is short A. When I say long A, then you should know what is long A. Short U, what is short U? What is long U? Okay, can follow? Any question before I continue? So you all request slow, so I have to make it slow, okay? Because you all know I can be super fast when people complain already. All right. Okay, so you have 8, so 8 here, and you have a Byanjana, 25. So remember Pali called Sara vowel, consonant called Byanjana. And the group is called Vaga. Now, why you call it group here? Because the Pali, according to the place or articulation, like the place here. Okay, this is the place here. You can see here. There's a one question here. All the long are at the top of alphabet. The this one is on the top of the 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 question is the long A is on top of the vowel, not on the consonant. Okay, consonant have their different things. Okay, now we discuss the consonant. All right, so the first one we call Gotara. Is this one. Okay, because of I think the is a little bit okay. K, right? Now, how you pronounce the K? I think the way you think is very easy. You just think like Malay words. Okay. If you because this is when you see Pali Meiji, they describe very complicated because it's for Westerner, they are not familiar with the Asian sound. So you just think it like Malay. It's a ka, ka, K. Okay, now ka and KH, what's the difference? Now, first ka is a kutrara. Kutrara. This means that it's a sound somewhere in the throat. Okay, you put your hand on your throat. Ka. You should feel some vibration. Ka, ka. Okay, ka. So very easy. Now, KH, remember H itself in Pali, it's kind of like a wind, like ha. You see the H sound? It's actually also throat. Ha, ha. So you put a K and KH, what will happen? Ka. Okay? Ka. Open your mouth bigger. Ka. All right? So, ka. K is ka. Ka. All right? It's a K and a ha sound. Two things together. Okay? Ka. K is ka. KH is ka. All right? Now, we are talking about this is a kutrara. You should feel the vibration here. The sound should come from here. Okay, G will be ga, ga, like gajah lah. Ga. And GH will be ga. Oh, it's a G and H sound. Ga. Ga. All right? Okay, so I'll repeat. Ka, ka, ga, ga. Can you follow? Ka, ka, ga, ga. Okay, so this is not so difficult. So remember the sound is from the throat. Now this one with the dot above. So it's a how we call it. The sound is actually you should come from the throat also. Ng, ng. This you remember the sound should come from throat. Ng. Okay. So ka ka ga ga ng 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 ng. You should feel the vibe here. Ng ng. Okay. Ng ng something like ng. Okay. Now second one is called palatals. So the sound is somewhere here. All right. So it's like how you pronounce the C lah, normal C like Malay word. Cha. Remember CH? Cha. You need to have the H sound. Cha. Cha. Ja. J is ja. Ja. And this one with the this kind. So this is you can find in your keyboard. In your keyboard, you can see near the letter one or whatever. This one pronounced a nya, nya. Because the sound should come from in middle of the mouth. All right. So cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. So the sound should come inside the mouth. Nya, nya. All right. So you just remember it's like ny, nya. You see this like jnana, vipassana jnana, inside knowledge jnana. All right. Okay, now this is not so difficult. So you just remember every time you see this one, you just convert to ny. Now the next one is there's a question here, is it? Okay, the question will be asked later. Okay, Teresa, where are your question? Now the next one is called, there are different terms here, cerebral, lingual, retroflex. So it's you have to just remember you need to curl the tongue. Right, curl the tongue like you pronounce the letter R. How you pronounce the letter R? You curl the tongue like R. So this you just very easy to remember. Every time you see the T dot, you just put the tongue on the top in the mouth. So it should be your tongue should be touching here. Just curl the tongue. So top, top. You curl the tongue top, top, top. Ha. TH is ha. Da, da, na, na. Okay? And with curl the tongue. Na, na. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one. So Remember this one? Every time you see this one, you just curl the tongue to touch the roof of the mouth. Right? So I'll repeat from beginning. Ka, ka, ga, ga, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. Right? Da, curl the tongue. Da, 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 na. Okay, can follow? Now, next one is very easy. Dental. Dental means your tongue should touch your teeth. Dental. Like you go for dental. Okay. So just recite the normal T. Ta. The 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 tongue touch the teeth. Ta 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 da da na. Alright. Ta ta da da na. Okay, so it's a normal one. So last one is labia. Labia is mouth. So you need to use the mouth. You just pronounce like Malay word. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. Okay. Okay. So we will invite one student to recite. Okay. If those who are very shy one, you should message me that you don't want to recite. So in case you, all right. Teresa, yes, you can start now. Yeah. Okay. Just now you asked one question. Now do you answer? Yeah, you can try now.
What is very hard to remember.
Okay, just try.
Okay,
Okay.
I will try. Pa, pa, ga, ga, na, cha, 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 this one I forget. What?
Yeah, yeah,
Nya, nya,
yeah. Okay.
nya. Ta, ta, da, da, na,
No, no.
na,
Did,
na.
did you curl your tongue?
Oh yeah, na,
Okay, no.
na,
Okay, no.
na.
Yeah. Okay.
Ta, ta, da, da, na,
Okay.
ba, pa, ba, ba, ma.
Okay. Sometimes your this one B and BH I cannot see the difference. So when you see the H you need to kind of like make the wind come out. You need to like
Uh,
ha. So you can ha like ba
ha,
ba
ba,
ba
ba,
ba.
ba,
Okay, ba
ba,
ba. All right.
ba.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next student. Elaine. Okay, you can try now. Elaine. Can you recite from the long vowel? Yeah, the vowel side. Start from the A.
A, á, i, ý, u, ú, ê, ồ.
Okay. The consonant.
Khá, khá, gạ, gá, nhạ, chạ, chá, chạ, chá, nhà. Thơ, thớ, đơ, thớ, nơ.
Did you curl your tongue?
Thợ,
Forget.
thợ, thợ, thớ, đơ, thớ, nơ. Thợ, thớ, đơ, thớ, nơ.
Okay. P.
Phợ, phớ, bợ, bớ, mơ.
Okay. Same. Your B and BH not clear. B. Ba. Ha. You need to have like
Thờ,
ha sound. So
thợ,
basically you just kind
thờ,
of like open your
thờ.
mouth bigger. When you pronounce B, ba, then you pronounce BH will be ba. Remember to have a puff of wind. Ha.
Ba,
Okay, try practice now. Ha.
hà,
Ha. Sing song. You want to sing song
hà,
like ha.
hà,
Okay.
hà,
Okay.
thợ,
Actually, when we
hà,
say language is sound, right? Language is a sound, so you just need to get the sound right, right? Okay. Ha, like this. Right. But make sure when you're trying
hà,
this, Make sure you
ha,
brush your teeth lah, because all the
ha.
wind come out. All right, okay. All right, then it's okay. Thank you. Okay, next we go for next one. Ya, ra. Okay, so R is same. R, you need to curl the tongue. Ya, la, la, wa, v, wa. It's not hua, no. It's not W, it's a wa. Okay, V, sa, ha, la. So this is L with the dot there, like Pali. And next one is we call it, either you see sometimes M with the dot above and M with the dot below. So we call it a nasal consonant. Okay. So we pronounce it like the sound NG. Like sing, you have the You see this in every time you see like Buddham. Okay. Saranam. Okay, it's like it's actually quite a nice sound. So this is we call it nasal consonant. Why we call it nasal consonant? Because in fact you put your hand on the nasal, you can find the vibration. So try here. You should find a vibration here. So we call it nasal consonant. So even this is to do with the nasal sound. So this is something you can find. Sometimes they call it nasal sound also, this part. Okay, anyway, this is called nasal consonant. Even though it sound like some kind of like vibration, but it's actually the name is quite nice. Sometimes you see the different version they write like this. Okay. Okay. So you see it always combined with the vowel A, I, U. So like im, Okay, you try. Im, Okay, so you just remember when you see the M with the dot above or below, this is ancient, sometimes they write in this way. So you just think it's like NG sound, okay? So when you see nya with this N with the curl above tar, so you think it's a NY. So when you see N with the dot above, yang, okay? So do you see that different? N with the dot above, N with the dot below. So every time you see dot below, you curl the tongue. So when you see N with a small tar, so we call it nya. Okay, can get the sound? Then nya, na. So that this is Okay, so different sound. So it's important because when you get the sound right, your chanting is easy. Okay, next one. Now, so sometimes in Pali we have this term semi-vowel. Ya, wa, ra. So this is I will explain in other lesson. Okay, so anyway, the meaning of semi-vowel is called half consonant, half vowel. Then S is in technical term we call it sibilant. Sibilant. So H we call aspirate. Aspirate is like we just the wind come out ha. So this called aspirate. So lingual, you see this lingual on this one already. On the dot lingual. Lingual is L with the dot below, you call it lingual. So all these are technical terms we call it for the language. And you can find this not only in Pali, in any other language you can find also got. So H itself is a heavy sound. Okay, like you just remember H is a ha. So open your mouth bigger so you get the ha like this with the puff of wind. Okay, now we go for this one. Okay, now you see this already. So how you should pronounce this? So use the knowledge above. So this one will pronounce as NY. Remember? Nya. And A is a long A. So it's like when we sometimes when we do typing for the Pali text, so we type double A to show that it's a long sound. And then N dot is a you curl out. So pronounce it nyana. Nyana. Okay. So you pronounce a nyana is wrong. You pronounce a nana is also wrong. So it's pronounced a nya. You have to stress the long A because it's a long vowel. Nyana. Okay, nyana. Okay, we try Sister B Keng Tan. Can you try this sound?
Niana.
Nya. Nya.
Nya.
Nya. You have to curl the tongue, okay? All right. Now, thank you. Now, duty yam and pi. So you can see when we go for refuge, when this you call it the nasal consonant, when it combine with the pi, the nasal consonant, it become the normal m. So sometimes that means that in Pali, as we chant, things can happen. Okay, this means that this nasal consonant it can change to this one. All right, nasal consonant can change to this one m. So duty yam pi. Duty yam. Remember I tell you this one nasal consonant we sound like so duty yam pi. When combined, it become duty yam pi. Alright? Duty yam pi become duty yam pi. And okay, next one. Normally people always make mistake with this one. It's a sang. Okay? You can see it's a N with a dot above. Sang, okay, sangah. So main thing is sometimes people pronounce as sang ha. Some people, they thought it's a ha. They thought it's a ha like this, but this is wrong. Because GH, like we say, is like just now. The GH is this GH. Okay, you see this GH. Is this GH? So you cannot pronounce it sangha. It's not sangha, it's sangha. Right? This GH. Sangha. So some people pronounce it sangha, not ha. Because ha is this one. Okay? We are pronounce this one. So sangha. Sangha. GH. Ga. Right? Not sangha. It's a sangha. GH. Okay. Any question? You can unmute, Sometimes when you send me the message, I cannot see the message while I'm doing the sharing. So any questions so far before we go for some other topics? Any question?
Saji, Melinda here.
Yes.
Saji can pronounce again the labia, the PH. I
Or
didn't get
okay, you pronounce like Malay word, pa, pa,
pa.
pa, ba, ba, ma. Okay. Just it's same with Malay word. Remember our Malay has a lot of influence from the India language. All right. So you can see in Malay there's a Pali and Sanskrit. Okay, now to have fun, now I will show you how are we going to have fun here. Okay, you can go for this website. You just copy and okay. So this is a quite updated one because the actually you'll be surprised all these are done by monk. Okay, so you can type anything there. So let's say you like this nyana. You do a type and then you can see it come out many things. You just enter and this is the one we want. Okay. So you can see here. Now to have fun, you can see this one. Can you hear the sound? Cannot. Okay. I better let me share with the sound first. Okay. Share sound. Nyana. Okay. Nice, huh? It's a first dictionary that I see that talk to us. Vitaka vichara. Okay. Vitaka vichara. Gha. Gha. Oh, it pronounced Gha. Okay, I think it pronounced wrongly. Okay, so let's try this one. Dutiya. Okay, Dutiya. Okay, so you can go to this place and just play around and learn something here. It's actually good. There are some grammar point also, and there are some good value here. And let's see. If you want a female voice, you can change it. Do you see it? There's an audio female here.
Sambuddha.
Okay.
Asantha. Mapeti.
Okay, and then if you want to with the M above or below here, okay, so you can click this one also. And then it's good to learn the modern tools. So you can go to this is called Digital Pali Dictionary. This means that nowadays, like last time when we started to learn Pali about 25 years ago, it's not easy. We have a dictionary book, we had to flip from A to Z, last time. And the problem is last time when we flip from A to Z, it did not arrange according to ABC. It arranged according to K, KH. So for me, if I want to find T, I have to flip all the way to T. Then if I want to learn A, I have to flip all the way to A. So last time when I started to learn Bali, after I flipped the dictionary, I got to pengsan or I got to feel dizziness. Maybe last time that's how we learn Bali, flip, look at the Bali dictionary. I think all these Bali dictionary is nowadays, what happened to them? They sit in the library. So they are the one those occupy the library because nobody want to use it. Everybody can go online very easily. All right. Okay. Today we finished the pronunciation. Okay. Now let's go for some part. What is Pali? Okay. Pali language. So I put some Chinese for those who wish to learn more on in Chinese. Now Pali itself is a speech of Magadha. So Magadha is a place like King Bimbisara. You all heard about King Bimbisara. He's a king of Magadha. So Magadha is at that place. So the speech is called Magandhi. So and Pali is also called uh Indo-Aryan, Indo-Aryan dialect associate Buddhist. So the Buddha say he taught in Magandhi. But nowadays we don't call Magandhi language. We call it Pali language. All right. And Pali actually is the word for text. Magandhi is the actual language. That means that Magandhi is a kind of like dialect spoke by people at that time. And then Pali is the Tipitaka we see. So if you open any Pali software, you will see all these Pali words. Okay. So this one software I always see. You can see all these are Pali. So there are many online dictionary or even software you can download where you see all the Pali. When click it, you will find the English translation. All right, all this. So there are also another one. Is called Tipitaka. You can install this in your computer, all right, or your Android software. So Pali Tipitaka. So when you run out, you will see that it has all the Pali tools. Where? Oh, okay. You need to run for some time. Okay, anyway, so you can see the Pali. Actually, everything is already documented. The whole Pali, the whole Tipitaka. So Pali is believed to be everyday language that the Buddha spoke when he taught. But Pali, remember, is a dialect. It's not like Sanskrit. Compared to Pali and Sanskrit, Pali is a very easy language. It's not the scholar one. So why the Buddha want to preach Pali? Because he want to people to understand his message. So that's why even the uneducated one or very educated one like the king and rich person, they can understand the Buddha message. Okay. For example, this is we call it in Pali. Paticca Samuppada. Right. So or we call it dependent origination. And Sanskrit is the same language existed at that time. It's much more for the Brahmin priests or high caste. So you can see Sanskrit is not easy to remember. So this is one of the language, and this is also still written. This is one of we call it the script language. Like Malay have Malay, Malay and Chinese we are using the Roman. Chinese has Chinese language. So this is one of the language written. I think how we call it Devanagari, I think. Yeah. So anyway, Sanskrit is quite same with Pali. So but the pronunciation is actually quite difficult. So this one is called Pali is very easy. Paticca Samuppada. So you have to pronounce patik. You curl the tongue. Patik. Okay, patik. You have to pronounce Pratikcha. Samut. So how you should pronounce it? So you cannot pronounce Samu. It's not mu. Samut. There's an ending with a P. Okay? So Samut. Pratikcha Samut Pada. You have to pronounce a long A here. So this is called Pratikcha Samut. Mud, M-U-D, M-U-P, Pada, or dependent origination. But Sanskrit is much more difficult to pronounce. So it called pra, pra, ti, tia. Okay. And in Pali, you can see it changes to CC, easy to pronounce. TY becomes CC here. So pratitya samut, samut, so, pada. So you can see the Pali easy. TP in Sanskrit become easy in Pali, become PP. Okay. So that's why these two languages exist same time and we can learn them together. And the in Pali, Pali is we call it the northern. Pali is a southern Buddhism. This means that the Theravada, okay, Theravada. So Theravada sometimes they call it southern Buddhism. Use the Pali. And then the northern Buddhism. This means that Mahayana use the Sanskrit because when the Buddhism are brought to the China, so no, they will be on China, Korea, Japan, okay, and it brought in a more on a Sanskrit form. So when you go there, you can in nowadays in Chinese Mahayana chanting, there's lots of Sanskrit. Like yesterday, on Sunday, I was in the Sampo Buddhist temple. And then the Mahayana nun are chanting. So they asked me to join. It's the first time I joined their chanting. It's 3 hours chanting. It's such a long time. But I find out when they chant the Chinese, inside they chant lots of the Sanskrit words. Yeah, okay. So now, what is Southern Buddhism? This means that from India, okay, from India, it traveled to how many countries? Anybody know? To test your general knowledge. Okay, we ask those who are familiar. Okay, catch hold. Okay, Sister Kaho, you study. Sister Kaho has MA. MA from Carolina University, right?
Yeah, Saji, thank you, Saji.
Okay, you
Saji,
should
I
introduce
try.
yourself to others. Okay, turn on your video. All right, yes.
I try, yeah.
Okay.
I know there are nine missions sent out by King Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more than that, because
Okay.
to the southern side, I mean to the eastern side, we have China, we have Korea, we have Japan. And
Okay.
to the south means the Swana Bhumi, we have
Mm-hmm.
Thailand, Burma,
Okay.
Thailand, Burma,
So now Thailand,
Thailand,
Burma, Myanmar,
Burma, Cambodia,
Cambodia,
Indonesia, and Malaysia also.
uh, okay. Yeah, it's under the
Under the
Suvarnabhumi lah.
Swana
Yeah.
Bhumi,
Okay.
Swana Bhumi.
Okay. But now, how many country consider as still having the Theravada?
Oh,
Thailand,
Theravada.
Myanmar, Cambodia, and
Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Indonesia also consider.
Indonesia. No, not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Mahayana.
Yeah, it's a mix.
Mm,
Okay, I mean pure Theravada will be Laos
Laos, yeah.
and
Thailand,
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, yes, correct. Sri Lanka.
Okay, so far we call it in Theravada, we call it country. We call it countries 5. Okay, so Mahayana in China, Korea, Japan.
Japan.
At that time also no Taiwan yet. All right.
No Taiwan.
And then by the Silk Road, they travel to the China. From China, go to Korea. So in fact, actually, you'll be surprised when you study the Korean language. They have a lot of very ancient Buddhism words, no? Yeah. Okay. And then the China, because during the China Revolution, there's a lot of Buddhist things are being reduced during the communism. Okay, so anyway, 5 travel country which still chant in Pali. Chant in Pali. Thailand, you can see Thai monk, right? Thai monk wearing what kind of color normally? Yellow. Myanmar, yes, chant in Pali. Cambodia also. Laos also. Sri Lanka. So these are we call 5 travel country that still use Pali as chanting. Chanting. We are talking about chanting. Okay, now Indonesia is Indonesia, of course, there are some Indonesia and Malaysia, if you study history, like yes, Malaysia and Indonesia, we are part of okay, world lah, we call it Suwana Suwana Bumi. Okay. I think with the long U or short U. Okay. But the problem is during the after that it changed the region. In Malaysia actually in fact changed how many times region? Changed to Hindu, then change to Buddhist, then change to Hindu, and then now change to Islam. Okay, so that's why Malaysia is not considered as pure Theravada. And Indonesia also, you know there's a what is it, Borobudur, right? Borobudur is an ancient I think about 11th or 16th century Borobudur in Indonesia. So Indonesia actually last time also got Buddhism, but later Sam also being conquered by Hindu, then after that changed to Islam. So it's lost already. So only 5 is considered pure Theravada. We're using the Pali as chanting. Okay, now, all right. I think it's already 1 hour. What we do is we have a